Hello Libra! Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, we're using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West, Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen, there's her last name. I almost bit my tongue on that. Already shuffled? Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen here with the tarot cards here. Okay. Okay. Libra. The situation is, it feels like it starts off difficult, but then it's kind of like, it's the way it starts off is interesting. It starts off with confusion. Kind of like, it's like looking at a boat that has a bunch of holes in the bottom, and you're like, how is this thing still floating? Like, there's holes in this thing. How is it still floating? Like, that's the confusion. Excuse me. It's like it doesn't make... You're looking at it, and when you first look at it, it doesn't make sense. How is this situation working? It looks so messed up. But it's been going for a while, and it keeps going, but how? To you, it doesn't make sense how this is working out. Whatever you're dealing with, you're just kind of like shaking your head like, I don't get it. I don't know how they're doing this. I don't know how this boat is full of all these holes, and it still floats. And if you know anything about that stuff, from what I understand, if you have certain things rigged around it, or inside of it, you could displace enough to where it would still float. You know, however the physics of that work. It could work out, but it's kind of like you're looking at it like, I don't see how that's working. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so that's how you're starting off. Now, the thing is, this is what's working on behind the scenes. And it's, the soulmate card is so peculiar to me. A lot of times I feel the soulmate card is the challenger that forces an issue forward for the betterment of everybody. In this deck, it just seems to work out that way. It also is one of those signifiers. Okay. Signifiers? Wow, couldn't spit that out for anything, could I? It also is kind of like a heads up that things maybe aren't as bad as they seem. It may look like it's all messed up on the outside, but when this is in the environment, it feels like there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of, that the stability is built from. The reason this keeps going is like the outside looks all crazy. It's like looking at a building and the outside's all beat up and torn up, and you're like, oh, how could that, it must be, like, I don't understand how this building is not falling in. Then you get on the inside and you're like, you see how everything's reinforced. It's kind of like I saw this show very briefly once, where they put a house inside a warehouse. I forget why they did that, but they did. And on the outside, it looked really ugly. But on the inside, when you saw the house and stuff, it's like, it was kind of cool. And it was just kind of like, when you were driving up to it, to me, I was just like, I don't look right. But then when you get inside, it looked really cool and it made sense. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Even though that's the case, this energy, while on the inside it does seem to have a solid structure, they're hiding it. Complacency. Complacency with this, I feel like, I just feel like it's almost like they're hiding it for a purpose. Like, why do they want it to look like this on the outside? Like, it's almost like hiding from a predator. Like, some animals will use camouflage to hide from a predator. It kind of feels like that to me, which to me at this point doesn't make sense why we're doing that. But they're hiding it. They're hiding the structure. They're hiding how good it really is. It's like they don't want the outside to really see that things are being taken care of. It's kind of curious to me why we would do that, but there you go. Now, as you keep going forward with this, like you start to pick apart this and that, you start to figure out this and that. You've got the Lovers card coming forward to like, it's almost intriguing to you, like, how has this been actually surviving? Because you're seeing the proof, like it's been going on for well, maybe years. And you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. What I'm seeing and what's happening don't match. That does not match, that does not make sense. Let me get in here. I want to know how this is working. I want to know what else is going on. You got the Lovers card kind of like, what's there to learn from this situation? You're like, I want to know how this is working. I want to know why this is working out, why this is okay, why this keeps going, why this hasn't imploded. I want to know. I know it's the Lovers card, but this is kind of like passing the test feel, kind of like I want to get closer. I want to see what's really happening here. I want to know what's really going on. It's like there's a secret here. It's like, if I understand what this secret is, maybe I can use it for my own. Maybe I can use this in other situations. I gotta know what's going on here. That's what I'm feeling with this Lovers card. Like you're excited, you're ready to go forward. You're like, it's like passing the test. That's another outcome for the Lovers card. Like passing the test, seeing something of great value and going towards it and feeling like, oh, this could be a wonderful thing. I gotta know what's going on here. And I feel like you're slowly unearthing it. You're figuring it out. Whoever you're dealing with doesn't seem to like that you're figuring it out. Now, whatever the situation is, you're figuring it out. The other side doesn't really want you to, but you are. You're reading between the lines. You seem to understand what's happening here or there. You ask the right questions. They don't want to tell you the answers, but you seem to still keep getting them. You seem to still keep moving forward. You keep figuring it out. You get closer and closer to the truth and how they're making it work. It's making, whoever this is, I feel like it makes them feel a little insecure. And I'm getting like you're going to hit this moment. Because did I show the Justice card? Like you're figuring it out. That's the Justice. The Justice is also the scales. Scales, Libra, balance, blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes. Probably. Maybe not everybody. But Justice is the scales. The scales equal Libra. Libra's like balance. In case you didn't know. Which I feel like most Libras that watch do. But if you didn't, there you go. When this happens, this energy gets very insecure. You're going to have this moment. The Devil card with the King of Cups. It's like a mama bear, you know, that mama bear moment. Like, you know, you're too close to my kids. I'm going to have to kill you now. It's kind of, you know, you get too close to the mama bear's cubs. And then it's just like, I'm not giving you a warning. I'm just going to eliminate you as a problem. So that's how we're going to take care of that. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling here. They get very upset, very insecure about you knowing what's going on. They don't like it. I feel like when I'm seeing the Devil card, it goes right into attack mode. The reason behind it is the King of Cups. It's something they're very protective of. They don't want you to know what's going on here. You have pretty much figured it out. Now they're freaking out. It's a short moment. I don't know if it's going to be a verbal situation or just kind of like, it's going to show its head in whatever way it shows its head. It's not something you enjoy. Could be by being like ignored or pushed out of a situation Could be. The after effect of this is like they're very disgruntled and you're seeming to feel like you're on the outside of the situation. It's a temporary moment. Keep that in mind because I feel like this energy got very, very vulnerable and did not like it. Did not like that you figured things out. Did not like it at all. And got very defensive. There was some type of pushback. It doesn't have to be an argument. They might just kind of be trying to shut you out of the situation because you're feeling like you're left outside of the situation according to this card. So however that happens, like, it's not fun and you don't like it. And they're feeling very defensive. They're feeling very unhappy, very vulnerable. They're in that fight mode still. That lasts for a short moment. I feel like you're noticing that this person is very much on the defense. Even after this moment happens, it's kind of like lingers. I feel like you pull back and you're waiting for them to kind of simmer down, to cool down, and you're not really seeing the result you want. You're not seeing them calm down. So, because you're like, well, the way I'm watching this, it doesn't seem like it's cooling down. I feel like I need to get a hold of this before it gets any worse. And I feel like that's what's pushing you forward. Kind of like, before this gets worse, let me see if I can calm this situation. Because you got the Queen of Wands on your side. And that Libra, let's work it out, let's talk it out energy. Let's come to an understanding. Let's have a peace talk feel. I feel like that's a Libra thing. Let's have a peace talk. Let's just talk it out. What are you upset about? What am I making you feel insecure about? How can I make you feel more comfortable? You're coming forward like an olive branch type feel, a peace offering. Like, what can I do to make this better for you? And you're talking to their benefit. You're very smart with that. Like, you're noticing they're getting more and more upset, or the energy is not calming down. So you're coming forward trying to talk to their benefit, giving them a reason to calm down, a reason to trust you, a reason to not feel like they have to be defensive or afraid. You're very good at this. This is like, I feel like Libra, that's a Libra strong suit. Like, okay, it's kind of looking a little out of control. Let me get in here and get some peace. Let's bring some peace to this situation. Let's calm it down. The Tower card comes in. Very, very positive card for you. I don't feel like this means conflict. I feel like this is like the outcome you're getting from this is going a lot better than you thought. Because I feel like you're talking to this person, you're talking to their benefit. I'm telling you, you know what to say. When you see somebody's insecurities and what they're really upset about, what they're really feeling vulnerable, and they feel like they need to defend themselves, you're showing them that you don't have to worry about me. I'm not going to come at you. I'm not going to take down your wall. I'm not going to show everybody what you have. You don't have to be up. You don't have to put up all your defenses. I'm not going to attack you. You're going to be okay. You're giving this person a reason to not fear you, but also I feel like you're smart in the sense of like, not only are you not coming forward as a challenger, you're coming forward as an added line of defense for them. You're going to help them defend this. You're going to help them protect this. You're going to help protect them from what they're afraid of. So they don't have to worry about you going for what they have, but they can depend on you to help them defend what they have. That's where you're winning this person over. That's your Tower card, because you're not really expecting to win over that far, but you're going for it. Abundance comes forward because you're helping this person. Service equals abundance. Wisdom is what they get. They trust you, and they realize if they don't want people to find out what's going on here, if they want to keep this protected, they're trying to protect something. If they have you as an added line of defense, that's more abundance for you and for them. So you helping them takes all the negativity, like all the aggression, goes right out. It's like coming out of a balloon. It's gone. Because they think you're an added line of defense. And I feel that's true. I feel that is very true. I feel like you're agreeing to that. You're going to look out for them. Doesn't mean you're going to run out there and start fights with anybody. Nothing like that. But like you'll keep an eye out. Like, oh, what's going on? Did you know that was going on over there? Do you know anything about that? Because I saw this. Okay, I'll get in there and find out what's happening. You're one of those. Like, I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep things. I'll deflect things. I'll push things away. I'll give you a heads up if I see something coming your way. You're one of those. You're very good at that. If you have to do what you have to do, then you have to do what you have to do. But I feel like it's your brain that's really helping here. Like, I see, I know, I defend, I deflect. That's how you win this person over. And I feel like the situation goes a lot better. You get what you want out of it. They get what they want out of it. I feel like this is a bond that's going to serve you for times to come. And I'm getting we're done. So whatever needed to be said, I feel it was said. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.